Let's talk about Ben Tennyson. He is the hero who uses the Omnitrix. You see, the Omnitrix is like a supercharged wristwatch that allows Ben to transform into different aliens at will. And each of these alien forms comes with its own set of unique powers and abilities. Let me explain even more. The Omnitrix acts like a superpowered wristwatch. It holds a big collection of alien DNA from all over the universe. When Ben wants to transform, he picks an alien from the list. Then, the Omnitrix scans his DNA and changes him into that alien. With this arsenal of alien forms at his disposal, Ben can take on just about any challenge that comes his way. Whether he's battling villains or saving the day, the Omnitrix ensures that Ben 10 is always ready for action. Ben often mentions that he has a set of 10 aliens that he uses the most. These aliens are like his go-to squad when he's in action. To stay prepared, I created strategies for dealing with each of these aliens. By understanding their powers and weaknesses. Spider Monkey is agile and versatile. He shoots webs, climbs walls, and boasts strength better than most humans. But unlike Spider-Man, he lacks a standout power, excelling instead in various areas, including combat, speed, and flexibility. The best course of action is batarangs to cut Spider Monkey's webs while he's swinging. This will throw off his balance and make him easier to deal with. It's a simple but effective way to neutralize his mobility and gain an advantage in the fight. With the right timing and aim, I'll ensure that Spider Monkey's swinging doesn't give him the upper hand. Since Spider Monkey isn't as powerful as Spider-Man, I'll use traps and anesthetic gas to stop him. These tactics capitalize on his agility and adaptability, making it easier to neutralize him without a big fight. By targeting his weaknesses, I'll make sure Spider Monkey doesn't cause any trouble. Brainstorm, one of Ben Tennyson's brainiest aliens, poses a tricky challenge. His massive brain lets him solve problems super fast, and he has electrical and telekinetic powers. But here's the catch. Brainstorm can be his own worst enemy. He's so smart that he sometimes messes up simple things or gets too cocky. The best course of action when facing Brainstorm is to wait for him to expose his brain while using telekinesis. Once his brain is vulnerable, I'll use specially designed taser batarangs set to a low setting to give him a shock. This will temporarily incapacitate him, allowing me to neutralize him swiftly and efficiently. He can also be overloaded with distractions to trip up his super brain. His ego can also be played with, setting traps that make him think he's outsmarting me. But he'll fall for the simplest traps in the book, just because he can't expect it in the heat of battle. Confronting Jetray, one of Ben Tennyson's powerful aliens, requires a well-thought-out plan. He can fly super fast and shoot neuroshock blasts from his eyes and tail, causing serious damage. But there are ways to take him down. When facing Jetray and his formidable neuroshock ability, I have a plan ready. His neuroshock blasts may wreak havoc, but I'm prepared to counter them effectively. The vibranium gauntlet will absorb and dissipate the energy from his attacks, rendering them harmless. Additionally, in an indoor environment, industrial-grade windmaker fans can be strategically placed to blow Jetray off course, slamming him into walls and neutralizing his flight. To further incapacitate him, tactical gear equipped with supermanium-infused nets can be deployed. These nets, reinforced with the strength of supermanium, will capture Jetray, preventing him from escaping or causing further damage. Goop, one of Ben Tennyson's more unconventional aliens, calls for a specialized plan. This living blob of slime presents a unique challenge with its ability to shrug off damage, transform into acid, and utilize an anti-gravity projector for flight and shape-shifting. Yet, the ambiguity surrounding whether the alien is Goop himself or the projector adds complexity to the equation. Anti-corrosion sprays and reinforced suits will protect against his acid attacks, while sonic disruptors will disrupt his cohesion, making it difficult for him to maintain his form. Additionally, efforts will be focused on disabling or separating Goop from his anti-gravity projector. The projector will be targeted with electromagnetic pulse devices or disruptors, disrupting its functionality and rendering Goop immobilized and vulnerable. Lastly, an electromagnetic pulse, EMP, can also be utilized to neutralize Goop's anti-gravity projector, rendering him defenseless. Serena and Bellicus are two personalities within Alien X, the mightiest alien in Ben 10's Omnitrix. They represent different sides of Alien X's mind. Serena is calm and rational, while Bellicus is aggressive and impulsive. Their constant disagreement makes it tough for Alien X to act. Both Serena and Bellicus need to agree with Ben for Alien X to use its full powers. This makes decision-making tricky, as achieving consensus among them isn't easy. Confronting Alien X, the mightiest alien in the Ben 10 Omnitrix, requires a smart plan. He can warp reality and spacetime however he wants, but only if Serena, Bellicus, and Ben all agree. Since they're usually at odds, getting them to cooperate is tough. When dealing with aliens like Alien X, brute force isn't always an option. So, the only way to influence decisions is by presenting facts to Alien X's inner personalities, Serena and Bellicus. If we can convince them with compelling evidence and arguments that align with their viewpoints, we can override Ben's vote. This approach needs careful planning. We have to tailor our arguments to appeal to Serena's rationality and Bellicus's assertiveness. By presenting facts in a convincing way and getting majority support from Serena and Bellicus, we can sway Alien X's decision-making process, even without using force. Humangasour is one of Ben Tennyson's formidable aliens for heavy combat, requires a strategic approach. His immense strength, durability, and ability to increase his size make him a formidable opponent. However, his straightforward powers leave room for exploitation. To take down Humangasour, I've got a solid plan. First, I'll use nets infused with supermanium, making them super strong, to capture him. Superman will be on standby in case Humangasour manages to escape the net. Then, Batwing can be used to transport him to a special facility made of supermanium, where he can't break free. Even if he manages to escape during transport, he'll fall headfirst to Earth. He'll survive, but it'll give us a chance to recapture him. With this plan, we'll make sure Humangasour doesn't cause any trouble. Taking down Echo requires a smart strategy. Despite being small, he packs a powerful punch with his sonic screams and ability to create clones. In this contingency plan, advanced noise-canceling earbuds can be utilized to protect against Echo's sonic attacks. Additionally, it's noted that Echo's ability to create clones is unlimited, but generating a large number of clones reduces the overall operational time of the Omnitrix. For instance, creating numerous clones decreases the duration the Omnitrix can be used effectively. Furthermore, anesthetic darts can be employed to incapacitate Echo clones. Let's break down what makes Big Chill such a tough opponent. Firstly, he can fly, giving him an advantage in battles by maneuvering freely. Secondly, his ability to become intangible means he can pass through objects, making it hard to hit him. And then there are his ice powers. He can freeze things solid with his hands or shoot icy beams, making him a chilling adversary. But what really sets him apart is his knack for dropping temperatures to absolute zero, the coldest it can get. And he can handle those freezing conditions without any difficulty. The contingency plan for dealing with Big Chill is quite challenging due to his ability to make things frozen solid, like Captain Cold. But, considering his knack for slipping through barriers, it's clear that a different approach is needed. Considering potential strategies, we can employ supersonic bat speakers for sonic attacks, similar to Echo's abilities. Despite Big Chill's phasing ability, his hearing remains unaffected, offering a tactical advantage. One potential solution could involve seeking collaboration with Martian Manhunter. His unique abilities allow him to negate Big Chill's phasing ability, providing a crucial advantage in containment in combat scenarios. By leveraging Martian Manhunter's expertise, we can effectively counter Big Chill's elusive tactics and enhance our chances of success. Chromastone possesses an impressive array of powers that make him a formidable opponent. His crystal body grants him exceptional durability, making it difficult to damage him through conventional means. However, his most notable ability is his capacity to absorb almost any form of energy and then redirect it as powerful laser beams. This includes mana, UV light, lasers, electromagnetic radiation, electricity, and even cosmic rays. When considering tactics, one option is to utilize non-direct approaches to neutralize Chromastone's threats. For instance, we could deploy automated drones armed with energy-dampening technology, effectively nullifying Chromastone's energy absorption abilities without engaging him directly. In Chromastone's composition of hardened silicon, it becomes susceptible to certain vulnerabilities. Super hot temperatures can effectively melt silicon-based structures, making Firestorm an ideal candidate to execute such a contingency. Moreover, corrosive acids like sulfuric acid possess the capability to corrode Chromastone's hard exterior, thereby neutralizing him effectively. Swampfire, with his mix of plant control and methane manipulation, is a tough opponent, but he's not without his weaknesses. We can use these weaknesses to our advantage in combat. Firstly, his fiery attacks can be cancelled out by fire extinguishers or water. This takes away his main form of offense. Secondly, Swampfire is vulnerable to electricity. We can use devices that generate electrical currents to incapacitate him, leaving him unable to fight back. Thirdly, ice can immobilize him. We can use ice-based weapons or gadgets to freeze him in place, limiting his movement. Lastly, if Ben is injured when he transforms into Swampfire, his injuries will worsen. By targeting Ben's vulnerabilities, we can prevent him from using Swampfire effectively. In the strategy against Ben's Omnitrix, I have a crucial backup plan. The Omnitrix relies heavily on energy and gets strained during quick changes or extended use. When I think about possible situations, it's important to focus on actions rather than specific people. Battles can be prolonged by using the plan to slowly drain the Omnitrix's energy. This gradual approach weakens Ben's ability to transform, giving us the advantage in the end. In addition to draining its energy, another strategy against Ben's Omnitrix involves exploiting its vulnerability to extreme situations. For example, when exposed to a magical energy overload, the Omnitrix can malfunction. This forces Ben to seek alternative methods, weakening his reliance on its transformative powers. The Master Control feature grants Ben extended transformations but comes with notable drawbacks. Accidental activation, difficulty in deactivation, and mental strain emerge as prominent weaknesses. These vulnerabilities add layers to Ben's challenges, as he grapples with controlling his newfound powers amidst the heightened risks they entail. On top of the Master Control's extended transformations, there's a significant twist. When Ben morphs into the ultimate forms of aliens, their existing weaknesses become more prominent. This amplification of vulnerabilities accompanies a notable increase in offensive capabilities. As a result, I know it's crucial to be ready for anything, even when dealing with extraordinary individuals like Ben 10. His ability to transform into different aliens is amazing, but it comes with risks. If Ben doesn't handle his powers carefully, he could accidentally hurt himself or others. Picture the chaos if he loses control in a busy city or during a critical moment in a fight. Plus, his enemies are likely to try and exploit his powers. They might have plans to subdue him or worse, which could put everyone in danger. That's why I need a backup plan for dealing with Ben 10. We have to think ahead, understand his strengths and weaknesses, and keep everyone safe. But let me be clear. We're not trying to control Ben. I just want to make sure he can use his powers responsibly, without putting himself or others at risk. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman!